Welcome back, guys. In the last video, this is what we're able to do. We're able to, modify the user interface in some kind of way. So what we're going to do now is, let me try to log in and just show you how adding a post would be reflected over there. So let me just log in with a different user. The super user. Let's assume I want to add a post. I just go to add and it's October. That's the name of the post. Okay. Type whatever you want in here. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Cool. Just a file. The author category is a fashion and style. I want it to be published. Let's save. So if we go over here, you see it. Okay. Next, we want to add, a button over here where people can click on the button and get to go to the post. Okay, so let's do that. We'll go to Bootstrap. Let's see what buttons look like. See, we have buttons over here, different colors that you can choose from. It says all buttons have a class button, that's the BTN. And then if you want it to be blue, it's going to be BTN primary, secondary, success. I for one like the success. I just love the way that green looks. Or we could use danger. It's nice. The default styling in Bootstrap is really nice. Let's come here. Where do we want it to be? Okay, we want it under category. So let's just, right now the button is not doing anything. Let's say read posts. If you refresh, read posts. Okay, let's put some thoughts into this section. What do we want over here? So we want users to be able to go click on categories. So let's add something over there. Right now those buttons won't do anything, but just having them have the proper names would make sense. So let's see, category, and yeah, it's fine. We can do that. Refresh, see category. Let's write a view function for category, something that returns list of all the categories. You can go here under view. So you see, this is what we did for the home page, right? We went into the post model. We got all the content, but we filtered by, we wanted only the published post to show. We're putting in the context. Next, we're going to do something similar. So first, let's import the model. So we have post, category. Cool. What do we want to call it? Let's say list of categories, because request will always be an attribute. Let's say view function get a query set for all the categories. So let's just say all categories, very explanatory. So it's going to be objects dot all dot filter. Oh no, we don't want filter, my bad, because we need everything. Now let's put this into context dictionary. Remember, it's this dictionary that is passed on to the HTML. So let's just give it a key, say all categories, and then we put a return statement. Let's be sure that we have that HTML page before we refer to it. Okay, so we don't have it, we can create a new HTML page here and just call it category category.html. Okay, so let's return render one request. The template name wants to be pages. Remember, it's pages, and we called it category.html. And the context, which is what carries the actual data content. Okay, we want this to be in pages. Let's just rearrange, refactor that. Yeah, that should be good. Let's just put categories here. We have the views over here. Next thing we need to go set this up under the URLs. We come here. Remember, we did this the last time for the home page, so we need to add a URL for the list of categories. So we're just gonna do, when people visit categories. Okay, why am I having issues spelling? When you go under pages, when people go to categories, the function we want is the views dot list of categories. We're not calling the function, we're just putting it there. Let's give it a name. Let's call it categories. I mean, everything should be fine here. Let's copy that. Be open. Categories. Okay. So can you see? We have the categories page. Next, what we need to do is we need to connect this one in here. Okay, so we need to find a way to connect this to this page. So even though we don't have the list of categories showing up here yet, but let's just connect this first and we'll sort that out. Okay, going back to the code, under the home page, we can go here. You see home. This is what we want to edit. We want to edit the href, and so we're just going to use the tags. So we're going to call this URL and put this as a string and put the name of the URL, and that should work. Okay, so what did we call it? Categories. That's what we called it. So copy this. Put that there. This has to be %. Yeah, since it's not a variable. Save and okay, let me see. Let me first refresh this page. Okay, let's look at that. See what's going on. Oh, my bad. I put this here. Let me just copy it out. Cut that. Okay, let's just refresh. Okay, so it works. It works as we expect it to work. Okay, we want to show the list of categories. So as usual, I'm just gonna come here. So pretty much what we did in the home page where we used the for tag, right? I mean, you know the difference between a tag and a variable, as we've shown in one of the previous videos on the Django templating language. So we're going to use this and we'll use it to display. So excuse me. We'll use it to display the different categories present in the blog. Let's do it. We can easily copy this. But in a future video, I'll show you how to use just one style template so we don't have to duplicate this. But for right now, just want to just do this really quickly. Okay. Yeah. And there's going to be a div. Okay. Let's call it class of container. If you want that in the container, what do we want in the container? So we want to see all the categories. So we're going to use the tag for, what did we name it again? Let's see, under views. So the context is all categories. So you could say category in all categories. Okay, let's do this. Cool. What do we want to see? What information do we want to see in the categories? Let's see. Model, there's the category name. So that's what we want to see. We want to see the category name. We can just copy this. So we want to see a list of the category names. So you can just start with a simple, paragraph. And the variable that we're going to show here is category dot. Okay. Fashion and style. See that? If we do add, let's say we want to add, let's go add another category. Let's add, let's say science and technology. Okay, if we come here, if we refresh, you can see it, science and technology. Cool stuff. Okay, yeah, so I think this is a good stopping point. What we've been able to do right now is we've been able to just add this category icon over here, and when people select it, we added the URL and the view for the category list. That's what we did. Future video, we're going to make this active, but for right now, this is what the blog is looking like. Come to category and it takes you here. We're going to style this. I think in the next video we should just transition from copying code multiple times to just using a central type of code and extending it into other templates. But for right now, I think this is a good stopping point. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to bring out much more content on Django, on stuffs in data science, dashboard creation, AI, but all within the space of technology. So let me know in the comments below if you want, something related to Python programming language covered, web app, AI, machine learning. Let me know and I'll walk around what you want to see. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.